Oh, Friday! Here we go. It's hot out today, and it's the 28th day of April. What's going to happen? Is this going to be a hot time? I think it might be getting hotter. I already turned the fan on, and I don't like it. I think yesterday was just cold, and today it's hot. I feel like I was wearing a jacket just yesterday, and now sweating. It goes quickly. The tides are turning. I thought it would be slow, but why? It's the weekend! Yeah, fine. What am I gonna do? You hear that? Do you hear that? I think I hear it. I think I hear something. Some ringing jingles. Jingle, jing, 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 jing. Oh, hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of the program. Here we are on TV once again. Once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and live forever. Here we go. I'm alive. And I made it all the way back around here to Friday. We made it. Viewers, did you think we were going to make it all the way here? I wasn't so sure. But here we are. Oh boy. It's too hot for like a newer hat. I've got another hat. This is like, I haven't pulled this one out and I'm going to get it all sweaty. White. They should have made the brim not white. But it is. Yeah. I gotta drink some water. That's the first thing. Yeah, you see that? I drink the whole last of it. It's it's Arts Walk downtown, and it's like old times where there's a lot of people selling medium things, and who cares? Hey, look at my art. You want to buy it? You want to look at it? There's lots of stuff. There's lots of art stuff, and on Arts Walk it's everywhere, and yeah, same kind of thing. City booths, regular stuff, just like, hey, it's a regular kind of deal again. I kind of missed the world when it wasn't happening, or nothing was going to happen ever. But now things are happening, and I wonder what's wrong. Seems you don't want me around. I was walking around today, and I just came back here. I was at the museum and some other places. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I got my foodie food today, which is like weird rice food. But I gave half of it to a homeless kid who was, I don't know if he was homeless. I don't know where he went either, but I almost invited him on the program. This kid, it looked like his brother. And when I was coming up the stairs, there were these two kids, and one guy was like, I don't know, 10, and it's like 16. Two kids sitting on the stairs, and they're like, can I see the studio? And I'm like, yeah. And then they said, can I have some food? I'm like, oh my God. I gave him half of my food. It was my good deed of the day. And I gave him a multivitamin too. I should be giving pills to kids. Hey kid, you want this pill? But it's a multivitamin. And I gave him this like slop. I don't know if he ate it. Kids are picky, right? But are they picky when they're starving? They might be with this, because this is not very good looking food. it's like weird peas and rice and onions and stuff, but I gave it to him without a fork with a multivitamin in it. So you eat that multivitamin, kid. It's part of the deal if you eat the food, but I don't know what he did with it, and hopefully just didn't throw it. And I'm kind of concerned about kids being mean. And he's like, this food sucks, and he's gonna throw it on the door when after I leave. But he seemed pretty desperate for food, so hopefully he'll have some respect. Come on, kid, get some respect. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing though, but I was like walking up here, so I was trying to tell myself I want to help people. It's hard to help people in the street, but there's like a kid who's like, I'm It was like, I'm hungry. He was basically an Oliver Twist aged kid too. Not really. I got this weird garbage food that I'm eating. I'm eating it, so I think it's fine, and it's nutritionally dense is the thing. It's got rice and meat and spinach and some onions. And I like the sauces, and I gave him a multivitamin, so I'm helping if he ate it, but I'm gonna watch you eat the food. Better respect this food, kid. You know where I'm not gonna eat this food now. You're eating it, like I'm giving it to you. And it's kind of, I mean, it's been sitting out for a while, and it's like not warm and whatever. But if he's hungry enough, then it'll be good. Yeah, that was weird, kind of disturbing actually. But that's what's going on in the world. People are in the studio because the arcade, and they're on the stairs, sitting on the stairs. Like, what are you doing? I've seen several kids. So the kids are sitting on the stairs. They're the not better off kids. That was great when I walked in here. Or I came here and I dropped some stuff off before I walked around. I did a lap around Arts Walk. I guess I'm going to do another one after this. Yeah, last night I was here on Thursday around the same time. It was around, let's see. I don't know, but I should tell Ben to bring a cup. On the road. Whatever. But, I don't offer water. Probably should. I like water, but I don't have a second receptacle. If you have a receptacle, you can, but I just don't clean things, and I've been drinking out of the same cup for months. Yesterday on Thursday, talking to Ben for a little bit, I feel like we're talking to somebody yesterday for most of the day, but I don't remember it all. And I was talking to Ben for some of it, listening to some Yellow Fellow messages, doing some other things. Jeremy's anniversary. I don't remember it all. After the program last night, I went over there to the museum, Thurston County Museum of Fine Arts, TC MOFA they call it. Freddie, the producer's running that place. We're going to be there tomorrow. They had a ribbon cutting. And people had art on the walls, and I looked at it. And, yep. It's not, it's no, I don't know. Warhol? Maybe it is Warhol. People are making images, and then they put them onto things, and then you look at them, and you, yep. That's it. That's the art. I guess you're supposed to take it home. I don't know what you do with the art. I don't understand art. Arts Walk. They always do Arts Walk though, and then it's oversaturated. All the arts all at the same time. And it's like, hey, maybe we should spread this out a little bit, like Art Day. But then I guess they are. The rest of the time, also spreading it out. So some of them are spreading, some of them are keeping. Ben will probably be here. Actually, I think we're gonna have a studio guest, which is rare these days. Ben will show up here. Or somebody else who said that they were a fan or something. I think that was what they said. So I don't want to disappoint anybody. I went to the thing. I didn't stay for very long. After I went back up to my residence to lay my head, the museum was going on for a while. But I dipped out a little bit early to just go sit. Which I did do that, but I went to bed pretty early too. I've been going to bed at like 9 because I've been working up. Oh, Ben? Ben? Is it Ben? Ben is here. That door is open. You can come up the stairs. Yeah. I'm gonna go let Ben in here. The door is open. Hello. secret door. The public can't come up here. Yeah. That's the arcade down there. They built an arcade. Yeah. 5 years. It used to be a big empty room, and now this room it's very messy. But I want to sit on this side, so you have to go first. I want to sit here. So watch your feet, and then you can sit in the booth, or we could try to fit on the couch. Well, let's sit on the couch. Let's move the stuff. Yeah, we gotta move all the stuff. I knew you were coming, but I didn't clean. Yes, please. Yeah, that's good. It's yeah, we gotta move all these things and get the mics. Let's see, we gotta follow. Yeah, that one's on. I think, or the volume's not on. Let's see, this one. There, now it's on, right?
Is this thing on? It sounds like it's on.
Sounds on.
All right, cool.
Here.
Hey, I brought you one of these if you want this. Do you like that?
Thank you. Yes. Oh, it's kind of warm though, huh?
Yeah, that's been in my truck.
That's okay. Medium warm.
It's still like it's hydrating. You know, I wish I could have put it in a fridge.
I heard that if it's like your own body temperature, it's better for you because you don't have to work at your body to get it going. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yesterday I put my water bottle in the freezer. And then I drank it like 2 hours later, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
It felt so good to drink that cold water.
It might be slightly less hydrating though, but it feels better.
Yeah. This got electrolytes.
This is more. It's got the electrolyte. A little bit of salt. I don't think it's gonna put like salt in the water.
I already drank like 2 of these today, and I'm gonna do another one.
How come you can't just put salt in water and then it's electrolytes?
Well, that's the sodium, but you got to get the magnesium and the potassium too.
I got magnesium.
I don't think mine.
Oh yeah, is your microphone on?
Oh.
Does it work?
Is it not on?
Am I on?
Did you turn the switch on?
Yeah. Yeah, sounds on.
Oh, it should be on. Try the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Okay.
Hi. How are ya?
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You ever been on TV before?
No, first time. First time. Really excited.
Good. Don't get too excited. I was. Ben told me that you were excited, and I was a little bit concerned about.
I'm not going to be able to contain my excitement.
Yeah, I was like.
You actually don't look that excited.
I'm so excited.
I'll try and look more excited.
I'm having trouble controlling the speed and volume of how I'm talking. You know?
Fair enough.
I'm so excited that I can no longer control the words or speed or volume. See what I'm saying? It's a bit of a joke. It's a joke.
What's the pill in your hand?
This one is fiber. This is magnesium.
Oh, that's another electrolyte.
Yeah, I got lots of pills. You want some pills?
What you got? Is that fish oil?
Yeah, I got fish oil. We got some
vitamin E,
garlic. We got some vitamin C.
What's with vitamin E? I never take this one before.
There was a yeah, I don't know what it's for. I just got a bunch of them. There was a kid in the.
I'll probably try this one, vitamin E.
There was a kid in the.
This one has rose hips in it.
Oh, that won't hurt. I'll take one of those too.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a kid in the stairs when I got here today, and he was like wanting to see the upstairs. It's like a kid and his brother, and the kid was like 12, and then the brother was like whatever, like 16, and I showed him this room, and then he told me that he was hungry, and then I gave him half of what I was eating, and I also gave him some pills, and I don't know. I was like, "You want some pills too?" Like they're multivitamins. Yeah.
That's great. So now you're just giving pills to stranger children.
Yeah, I like calling them pills. It's fun. It's more fun.
Well, it feels edgy, right?
Yeah. You want some pills? Yeah. I like the pills. Wait, when was it not hot like yesterday? You know?
No, yesterday it was pretty
Yesterday
warm.
was hot.
Yesterday was hot? What about 2 days ago? Maybe. Now it's.
I don't know.
I feel.
Now that the heat started, I've lost sense of time.
Last week was cold, but then I feel like today was, it was cold on the weekend too, or it wasn't hot. It's hot on Tuesday or Wednesday.
You know when you crack open a coconut on the beach and you expect it to be really refreshing and cold, but since it's a coconut on a beach, it's like warm coconut water?
You mean like from a real coconut?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's still good.
It doesn't hit the same though.
Oh, I know. Well, these were in the fridge, I think, when I bought them, but then they sat in the truck all day because I bought them at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Grocery outlet?
No, I went to the co-op this morning.
My brother said he saw you.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen him before. I bought a lot of food from him. And every time I saw him, I thought he looked like you, but I felt awkward asking. Because it always seems weird to, like... There's always that chance of being like, oh, you're related to somebody, and you're just like...
concerned about racism?
Well, not even that so much as I just don't want to, like, make people feel, like, weird that
it's like, no.
Because people tell me that, too, sometimes. They're like, oh, you look like somebody, but I'm like, oh, yeah, all these people in Olympia are, like, white guys with long hair and a beard. So I get that all the time that people think I'm somebody else. So for, like, a year, but then I heard him talking today, and I had just been talking to you, and I was like, oh, no, there's no way that this guy is not related to Kenny.
You got the cadence.
Yeah. But it was funny because he was wearing a mask and everything. I only saw, like, his eyebrows. But then when I saw the eyebrows and I heard him talking, I was like, oh, yeah, you're definitely related. So I tried to play it cool.
I do my dish of pills every day.
My mom does that too. She's got a similar dish as well.
That's good. You're like an 80-year-old lady.
My mom is not 80.
Okay, sorry. You're like a person who's over the age of 50.
Yeah, well, I'm not that far from that. Really.
She's got all of her herbal sups that she has lined out on the counter in the morning.
That's good. Mine, I don't know. Are these herbal? Can you hand me that one?
I hope this one's herbal. It's Rite Aid.
Rite Aid, yeah. And then this is the D is the that's the good one to me. That's when I started it on.
Oh yeah, that's the one they say everybody needs, but
I think I need to take more
Today's so
vitamins.
sunny. I was outside all day. I don't think I need that one.
I guess it takes more than you could even absorb in a day or something. But I'm gonna eat the one.
I learned a fact that if you leave button mushrooms out in the sun for like 10 minutes before you cook with them, they'll absorb your daily amount of vitamin D.
I think I heard that too.
And
maybe I heard you do it with shiitake.
Yeah, then you can like cook with them and eat them. But just leaving them out in the sun, they just soak it all up.
They make their own. Mushrooms are like flesh. Like just like if they just grow, your flesh starts growing in all directions. Is that a mushroom?
Yeah, we brought a mushroom.
Whoa.
Ben
I found that this morning.
In the woods?
No, actually it was pretty close to the road. I was driving and I saw it growing and I pulled over. I was driving like a 20-foot box truck.
That's couch time.
Oh, good.
I've been doing this thing in the beginning of the program where I don't get on the phones or the tapes for the first 20 minutes. And then I'm just rambling. So recently, in the past maybe year or so, I've been doing kind of a monologue or whatever. If people are here, it's fine too. But like, that's what that timer is for. Now we can get on the phones if we wanted to, but we don't have to.
I think we should call somebody. Can we call Gene?
Yeah, we can call Gene. We can call my brother too.
Okay,
I usually
that'd
call
be
him
good.
right after the couch time is over.
We could also call Benny. That would be
call
pretty
Benny.
funny.
Benny, is that that's your friend named Benny?
Yeah.
Your name's Ben?
Yeah.
What's his
He's a
name?
pretty whimsical guy. I think he would enjoy.
Well, Benny isn't actually even his quote unquote real name, but that's what everybody calls him. That's what he calls himself. And
It's not on his. He made it up, or
I think he said it's like his grandpa's name or his uncle's cousin's name, or it's familial somehow. I think it is his grandpa's name though. And like his album cover, I think he said is a picture of his grandpa when his grandpa was his age, or something.
Well, this
like
is
that.
the first time learning of this. I did not realize that Benny was an alias.
I could tell you his real name, but I'm not going to do it on TV because you never
don't
know who's
dox him.
watching. But I think we should call either Gene or Benny or maybe both. Yeah.
do you you say your name and then E, like, hey, where's Ben? E. You know?
Well, growing up, when I was little, Ben was a really popular name. I think it was like maybe one of the #1 boys' names for 1993. So all these kids, like I would be in a class and there'd be like 5 Bens.
Oh.
And so it would always be like, oh, there's Ben, like K, there's Ben N, Ben G.
Yeah.
And so there could be a Ben E.
Oh, yeah.
But Benny, our friend Benny, is Benny.
I don't remember your last name. You don't need to say it. But I was telling Freddie that you're coming here. I said Ben is on his way, and then he's like started naming off a bunch of last names, and then I don't know your last name, which is okay.
I don't even know if Freddie knows my last name for any reason.
Yeah. My brother gonna answer the phone.
814.
Yeah, Andrew. No, answer him.
Is not.
No.
You just have one brother.
One brother.
Oh, okay, cool. That's really, yeah, it was kind of a coincidence that I saw him today. It wasn't like on purpose or anything. I just liked it. I like the food at the takeout place that he works at, and I eat it all the time when I'm there.
Yeah.
Like when I'm at the market, I go there and.
So you drove up and then went back and then came back again?
Yeah, I worked in Olympia all day, so I've been up here since 8 o'clock in the morning. Drove all the way back to Onalaska, and then just drove all the way back. And I picked up Mari, and we found a parking spot like a block away from here.
Wow.
I played like 3 illegal moves in the span of 2 blocks.
Driving like a
Bostonian. I didn't run over anybody. Yeah, I was driving like I'm from Rhode Island.
Shout out Rhode Island.
They don't drive well there.
Well, they just drive really aggressively, and they do whatever they. It's actually great. It's like kind of anarchist shit, because like are you not supposed to swear on TV?
Fine.
I'll censor myself better. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it's like you just do whatever you want. So you just start doing it, and people have to like
deal
I don't
with
know.
it.
They just do it, right? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna pull, and I'm gonna block 2 lanes, even though it's against the light, and just like as soon as there's nobody there, I'm gonna drive. So I had to do that a couple times because it was way chaotic, and I didn't think we were gonna make it here on time.
Do they talk like they're from Boston?
Who?
Rhode Island people?
It's a different accent. We could call Lauren, but she's on like she's at a thing.
She's drinking a cocktail right now.
Yeah, we can't bother her. But she could do a really good Rhode Island accent, and so can her friend Ian, who's from there.
How big is Rhode Island? Rhode Island's like the smallest state, right?
Rhode Island is half the square miles of Lewis County.
Yeah.
It's
so
really, you can drive across it in a half an hour.
they have their own accent. I guess Boston has their own accent, and they're only like or New York has accents, and they're only.
Rhode Island
blocks.
definitely has their own identity.
It's like within blocks, though. Or something.
There's like 1 million people crammed in an area that's half the size of Lewis County.
I knew a guy that had never, in like his 20-odd years of life, had never left Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Everything you need is in the state.
That's all of Lauren's friends too. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Townies.
But never even crossing the border?
I haven't left the county in like years.
When was the last time you left?
Well, I've been to Tacoma.
Thurston County.
That counts. But only to Tacoma. I haven't left Tacoma to here in years.
Well, you got your show.
Yeah.
Did you go on tour with your band?
Yeah, in 2018.
5 years ago.
Yeah, and I went to Oregon in February of 2020, right before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, if you ever want to come to Lewis County, you can come. If you want to break your streak, you can come see us down
Lewis
there.
County, that's where you are?
What's
the one with Abbotsford?
Chehalis, Grays Harbor County.
Oh, okay.
Chehalis, where I live, like, it's only like a half-hour drive from here. It's not even that far.
Oh yeah.
It's lovely.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. You should come down
I've only
sometime.
been to the thrift stores.
Yeah.
Pretty good thrift stores. Like visiting nurses.
Yeah, visiting nurses, and
The second time around is pretty good.
yeah, they have 2 good thrift stores.
New Life is maybe my favorite.
All right, it's called Jean.
Great. She's probably asleep because of the time zones, but if there's any chance she's picking up.
Your call has been forwarded to
Oh,
an automated
man.
voice messaging system. 2
Oh,
0
and Gene has a,
Can we leave a message?
yeah,
5 is not
but not an
available.
outgoing message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang
Oh,
up
the
or
you
press
got
1 for more
phone
options.
number.
Yeah. Jim!
Gene Squires. Hey, it's Ben. We're on the program. We're on TV with Mari and Kenny.
Hi.
If the ball's back, you have about 45 minutes. It's hard to walk, but you're probably sleeping, I guess.
Yeah, you're probably sleeping, but you should wake up and call us because we're having a good time here. It's really nice. It's like 80 degrees in Olympia here.
We can just leave it going.
All right. Yeah.
Bye, Gene. Call us back.
Bye.
I made this weird food that's just like, it's hamburger and rice and peas and spinach. And I cook it for myself. But that kid on the stairs told me he was hungry. I gave him some of this. And I was
Nice.
like, well, this is what I'm eating. And then he's like, what? What is this? I'm like, I don't know what to call it, but I made it. That's what I'm eating. And this is what you get. Like,
It smells really good. It looks like
multivitamin.
yeah. It looks like some stuff I eat sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like garbage food. It's like a bunch of stuff and then you cook it.
Is that brown rice or white rice?
White rice. A hamburger, spinach, onions, and peas. It's deconstructed hamburger. With rice instead of bread.
Will you put seasoning on it?
Yeah. Lots of seasonings, just like whatever's on the shelf. You know?
What kind of seasoning? It smells kind of like. Is it pepper?
There's lots of pepper,
Yeah.
garlic, salt, some herb blend. Some of the pepper, I don't even know, just grab one. Get your herbs, grab some, put them in there. What'd you eat for breakfast?
Me?
Yes.
Oh God, I don't even know if I ate breakfast. It's kind of sad. No, I had blackberries.
Just straight up?
Like frozen blackberries or fresh ones?
No, fresh ones.
Where'd you get those?
At the grocery store.
Oh man,
I know, I bought out of season. I'm sorry. I bought fruit out of season. Probably somewhere far away.
wow.
Somewhere really far away.
Argentina.
Potentially.
You just ate a handful for breakfast?
I ate the whole package.
So, well, is it a...
Oh, no, wait, what am I talking about? I made a little hash. Made like a potato and squash hash. I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, that's no big deal.
that's
And I
so
bought
casual.
tortillas and I put it in a tortilla. And it had mushrooms in it.
That sounds elaborate. And you forgot about it.
I know. I went from not remembering it at all to actually having... I actually did eat a full breakfast, and that's kind of rare.
And then you ate a whole thing of blackberries after?
No, that was before. That was like right when I woke up.
So maybe the second thing was kind of lunchy. You know, when you're
Brunch.
thinking about it.
A little brunch.
Yeah, so still counts.
Yeah. I was working remote, so I just mainly putter around my kitchen and cook whatever looks good.
I can see how you could get confused about breakfast if you ate like pretty ordinary food before breakfast.
And like I said before, now that the sun's out, my like concept of time is
Yeah,
pretty much out the window.
it's crazy.
So I don't even know what time it is now.
Yeah.
I wish I actually would like to not know. It's kind of nice living in this no time state.
Is this? Are we halfway through the program?
Yeah, we got the timer at the halfway.
That the one that says 30,
Yes.
the pink one.
No, the pink one says 30 all the time. At
Oh.
neutral. The green one has the number.
That's the hour.
On the green one, the numbers are stationary. So when it's
Okay, so the dot moves.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So the dot moves. On the pink one, the numbers move.
And the dot stays.
The dot stays, yeah. So it gets a little bit confusing
yeah.
if you try to look up the numbers.
But the other one's not moving at all. That one just says 12:30.
Yeah, the pink one is the couch time timer, and the green one is the whole show timer. The pink one only goes for 20 minutes, and then
Gotcha.
the green one, and the middle one, I don't even know if it works. I haven't touched that one in a long time.
You want to call Benny?
Yeah. I also have a question about all the movies you have. When did you watch the Land Before Time movie?
Most of them I tape over.
You tape over them?
Yeah, we're taping over right now. See in there?
What are we taping over today? Do you know?
I don't know. But all the episodes of the program are over there. That's like thousands of VHS tapes with every day.
Well,
So you've taped over Ghost
Yeah.
and The Rescuers Down Under?
Yes.
That's fascinating.
Some movies I keep, but not movies that I like have seen like multiple copies of like everywhere. But they're all taped over and they're in there, and one's going right now. We're taping over something today.
I have a couple of like movies on VHS that you gave me years ago from the piles.
Yeah, if you want to rescue a tape, if you don't want to get it taped over, well, just give me the take it.
I don't have a VHS player, so I actually still
Neither
have
do I.
a couple of tapes that I haven't watched, and one of them I did watch, but I watched it when I was really high, and it scared me a lot. It was about fractals.
I'm sure there's lots of movies that are kind of really only found in VHS form nowadays.
The fractal scared you?
Yeah, it was like probably from the 1980s, and it had these early computer graphics of the fractals, but it got really scary because it was going like deep inside the fractal, and inside the fractal was just more and more and more and more fractals. And something about the voiceover narration was really scary, but then there was also a moment of beauty in that there was this line that was something like, I wrote it down because it was so beautiful, but it said, like you can never be bored because there's always more to discover, but you can never feel lost because there's always something familiar in the fractal. Yeah. But I still got freaked out. Because I was like really high when I saw it.
You got a number? You want the number can you give me the number from the...
Yeah.
Who's this person? They're in town?
Benny!
I think he is actually in town.
Are you an in-town person?
But he
Mari.
Mari.
I live in Olympia, but I spend most of my time in Lewis County.
You want me to relist you off the mic?
Sure. Look at it. You can't listen to this tone. So that's one I'm probably not taking over.
Yeah, don't tape over this one.
I don't know if there's any chance he'll pick up. He might be driving up here. But yeah, but he's coming up here. They're doing a show.
To an automatic voice message
yeah, probably.
3609.
Or you can leave him a message too.
We could call back again. Leave a message this time.
Yeah.
Like, why did you call me?
I don't know. A lot of people don't pick up the unknown numbers anymore.
Yeah.
I usually do.
Text him. Tell him to pick up.
I don't carry my phone around. You want to look at 2019? We got about 25 minutes left. We got some messages too.
Let's do that, and then we should try. We call Benny again, leave a message if he doesn't pick up. Who's Yellowfellow? Do I know Yellowfellow?
The frequent caller. What's in here now?
Is it just a caller, or is it someone you know?
No, just a caller. He lives in Philadelphia, the greater Philadelphia area. I've never met him in person.
Oh, that's cool. That's the person that was playing like the piano the other day, right?
Yes. And he left lots of messages. Anybody can leave messages, but Yellowfellow's the only one that does it, and he leaves tons of them.
I thought it sounded like Fred for a second on the phone the other day, but then on the TV it didn't sound like Fred.
I was queuing up the message in the future tape. We'll look at one of those in a minute.
The sacred tapes?
Yeah, I'm curious about the sacred tapes.
This tape, which is everything is sacred.
Well said.
Yeah. So this tape is from 2019.
Ooh.
If everything is sacred, then nothing is also though. So.
Oh, well, some people say that too.
And Jen is here again, and we're looking at
I mean, like, more.
drawer. And here's the procession. The procession of the bees.
Wow.
That was the last one that ever
Oh
happened.
my God.
Wow.
Did you watch it out the window, or were you?
I think we probably just took a camera there and then looked at the tape later on.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
was the last one that ever happened.
I'm so sad it's not happening tomorrow.
I heard there's
It's never happening again.
I heard it might never happen again. I heard that the people who start.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like we should just be able to do it. Like I think we should just kind of do it. Maybe like
Yeah, what's gonna stop us?
Yeah, Gonzo.
We just
All you need is a starting point and an ending point.
Next year, we should spread the word now. Just make, like, everybody make a costume and we'll just go block the traffic, do it like illegal protest style. But just
Jump
do
on
a
the
procession
cars.
anyway.
Yeah.
And just confuse everybody, but see if we get like 100 people to do it, or maybe 1,000.
I heard that one guy like ran the thing this whole time, and like nobody really even knew it. This guy was like treating it like it was his. I mean, like maybe he started the thing whenever it started, and he has been like secretly running it the whole time, and then quit. And then I heard rumors of embezzlement. Like I don't know how they're even getting money and all, but that's a rumor.
That's so sad. They used to have that space they rent, or I don't know if they must have rented it. You remember it was over
Yeah,
where the aerial stuff is now?
there was some embezzlement going on with the rent or something, or whatever little amount of money they had. But I don't know. It seemed like it was like not for money, but then they still somehow got embezzlement rumors.
Well, we should just put it on.
Yeah.
We get a YDHWM sponsorship.
I'll sponsor pretty much anything.
Yeah, you just promote it.
We could put the route right outside your studio here.
Yeah,
So you
right
could
on
just-
the
Yeah.
road.
I think with enough time we could get everyone could make a costume and we could get a band together, like a marching band.
We should probably just wear animal costumes and then just like walk in the middle of traffic anyway.
Yeah, and people would be like, "What are you doing?" We'll be like, "It's the procession of the species," and then they'll remember it was so good. Maybe and somebody will start it again. I don't know why the city wouldn't want to just make it happen.
Because there's no money in it.
I don't know. It would make me come to Olympia. I'm coming up for the luminaries tonight. I'm gonna buy some takeout.
What would you
Stimulates
dress up?
the
What would your
economy.
animal costume be if you're gonna make one by next year?
The last time I went to the procession, I don't think I went to 2019, but I either went to 2017 or 2018, and I dressed up as a daisy. And I found a photo of it the other night when we were all when we were having that party. We were watching the program, and we were looking at all the old photos from.
You're watching this at a party?
For hours.
We were watching an old episode. Do you remember when my old band played at the TCTV studio
Yeah.
in 2015?
Beautiful
And there was all
production
these
quality.
green screens,
Yeah.
and we called a bunch of people, and we played a bunch of songs on. It's a really good episode, so I showed it to a bunch of my friends.
Nice.
I think that was my intro episode, if not Spaghetti Week.
Oh yeah, that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I heard the whole deal with the weeks and how there used to be a bunch of weeks and now it's just gotten down to Death and Spaghetti, which
That's
I think
right.
is pretty beautiful.
These are the sacred tapes. Sacred tapes are tapes that people taped from TV in the 90s.
Oh man, my parents have probably a whole shelf full of these.
Oh yeah?
I'll ask. There's probably a bunch of old Star Trek: The Next Generation taped on
Yeah, this is
VHS.
A tape, they taped it in the 90s. So it's Space Jam.
I don't know when that came out.
Collect all the matchups.
Did you watch
Movie.
TV? Did you watch a lot of TV?
Buy any extra value and for 39 cents more.
Well,
Supersize it.
I gotta drop a secret. I was born in 1999.
Oh, wow.
So if I was there, I would have, I think.
I thought you retired.
Did you watch TV in the 2000s?
Also no, because my mom didn't have cable.
He's on the
I did a lot of time. I spent a lot of time watching VHS tapes at my godmother's house, and then when I was like in middle school, Disney Channel was my thing.
But DVDs were already out at that time, I think, right?
Yeah. I think she had a collection of VHS tapes, and rather than, I don't know, I didn't know about the new movies, so I just thought this was the movies that were available. So I just watched those over and over again.
Theaters Wednesday.
That makes them really good now. Like, Monsters, Inc. is a great movie. Probably because I watched it, like, trillions of times as a kid.
This is a very classic commercial. Mementos.
Was like, did she almost hit his car, but then he's hitting on her?
I think somebody else almost hit a car, and then, maybe. Oh, hey.
Why is...
I don't know if Mentos are even a thing anymore.
When she ate them, then they moved her car forward? I didn't really understand the plot of that commercial.
All your problems are solved by Mentos. That's the,
I just didn't understand what her problem was.
yeah. I don't know, are Mentos even available at stores anymore?
I don't think they've gone out of business. I think they're still around. I don't know. I haven't eaten a Mentos since like the science classes where you drop them in Coke bottles and watch them explode.
Yeah, maybe they banned them because you can make bombs out of them.
Is that a bomb? Having Coke explode in your face?
If you sealed it in, it probably would be kind of dangerous.
I don't think you could have the time though. Like right when you put it in there, it's like flying out.
Yeah, I don't think you have the time to screw the cap back on. Unless you have like a...
Well, you could do it like you could have
time
it in a
control
thing that
release.
dissolves. Yeah. So
Like a
that
pill.
would be like a pressure cooker bomb or
As far as
something.
bombs go, it would not be the greatest bomb either.
It'd be a liquid bomb.
You could hijack an airplane with that kind of
Put it in
bomb.
like glass. Oh, these have whole chickens at KFC?
Did they fry that whole chicken?
Oh, wow.
Now for just $5.99.
Only $6.
Yeah, does that count as one of the 8 pieces?
Baywatch.
I like Baywatch.
Oh, and then this is actual show. So I only watch the commercial. When the show comes back on,
What show is this?
it's called VR.5. And it's about what I can glean from watching it, fast forwarding through it. It's kind of like sci-fi, where the VR world is a different world.
Is it virtual reality?
Yeah. It's like, whoa, virtual reality, it's otherworldly. It's like
Wow.
pre-Matrix and stuff. But I guess the Matrix is pretty derivative or something.
It's based on that German movie from the 70s, I guess.
Well, listen to a yellow phone message and call 'em.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's a lot of messages.
Wells Fargo rewards account at $24. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I still owe the same amount for my credit card there. That's $5 for my savings. Alright. And let's see. Checking primary account last thing here.
Somebody's feeding back.
Oh, is it me?
Alright. Yep, those are the pies. Little breakfast pies I bought. That's what I bought. An energy drink. That's when I bought a bar of soap. Transferred $5 over to my savings. Okay, that just happened. That's it. Alright. Think about this.
Okay.
What did you say?
Alright.
I didn't really understand that.
It's still going.
So between today and tomorrow, my budget's like
Oh, the fan is probably pretty loud. I just turned the fan on for the first time.
It does feel pretty nice,
not
though.
too bad. It's not too great either. And, you know, I think it'll be okay though. Coconut flavored sparkling water, really
Yeah,
not
talking about coconut water.
Yeah.
I've had.
It must be hot over there, too.
Last time talking about. I
You
run
said he's from Philly?
late,
Yeah. The greater Philadelphia area, anyway.
but
I don't think he's not in the city.
It's always sunny there.
I have a
From that show.
Is that a joke?
little bit. I remember you
It's
said that
a show.
Oh.
by the bed.
You know that show?
I've only been to Philadelphia once, and it was not sunny. But it was warm.
This is the joke of the show is that it's funny. It's sunny in Hollywood, but then the show takes place in Philadelphia, but it's actually shot in Hollywood.
Oh,
So
that makes sense.
yeah.
That's like how they did like. Didn't they shoot Seinfeld in California too?
All
And The Office.
But it's like supposed to be.
and like Frasier.
It was
Big Red Man.
yesterday.
It's always sunny in Seattle.
That
Yeah.
no,
On TV, yeah.
still distracted. Today, I had coffee, and I put it, by my bed. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't. At Caroline.
We're getting a call.
Go to the
From Tyler.
I needed coffee while I was in bed. Yeah.
Hello. It takes a minute to get the calls to go for some reason. Like 30 seconds, and I think. Can you hear what we're saying before it clicks in? You've experienced. I've never been on the other end of it. When you call in, like Tyler,
No, usually when you call me, it's right off the bat.
did you? What was the first thing I just said to you?
To me,
Yes, just now.
you said hello. It's kind of mumbly sounding.
Oh, yeah. So we don't know. I don't know. I don't know how long you can hear, like, because it takes a while for you to like go.
Yeah, it takes like 7 or 8 seconds, I think.
Yeah, but can you hear me before that goes, or is it silence to you?
It just, and then there's like a 3-second delay where it's like I know I'm there, but
It's Arts Walk.
it's Arts Walk. The procession.
It's back. No, the procession might be canceled for all time due to embezzlement. I heard rumors of embezzlement. I don't even know the details like at all.
We should spread that rumor anyway.
It's probably true.
From Arts Walk? How long has that been going on?
Arts Walk is. I think this is the first year that it's back.
Just a goddamn scam, huh?
Well, I guess so. I mean, that's kind of harsh.
It's a parade scam.
It was only like lately. I mean, nobody knew it was a scam.
It's a scam parade.
I think, yeah. How much more of a scam is it than any other like I always think like charities like St. Jude's or something. There's always some guy at a desk, you know, with like a big desk.
Yeah. Yep.
Who's like running St. Jude's, but he's like a millionaire, and
Yeah.
he gets like more money than any other kid.
Those what are those, like those metal balls? Like there's 5 metal balls and they click.
The Newton's balls. What do they call that
metal.
thing?
I don't know.
Oh, cradle. I think they call it Newton's cradle.
Yeah, that's it.
It's what cradle?
Newton.
New moon?
Newton.
Newton.
Like
cradle.
Isaac Newton,
Like fig Newtons?
Yeah.
Isaac Newton, the discoverer of probably the white discoverer of gravity. You know?
Yeah.
Just
Newton's
imagining
cradle.
like a black guy 50 years before Newton, like sitting underneath a tree and getting like a apple falling on his head. He does the same exact discovery.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the math comes from like the Middle East, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I was thinking Middle East.
yeah,
They figured it out ages ago.
It's you and Freddie. Who else is on the line now?
Oh, hi. I'm Mari. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Mari.
Hey, I'm Tyler.
What's up?
I think it was the Middle Eastern, and then Newton stole it from them.
Or they have that bird that drinks water.
Yeah, what is that? That's not. I don't think that's Newton. I had one of those. It worked. It was pretty amazing. But like,
The one that drops into the glass and then pulls it back up.
It was like kind of mind blowing, but it worked for like months. But then it works because of what it does is it sucks up water. It's got like a felt beak, and then it puts it in the water, and then it comes back out. But then evaporative cooling makes it go back in somehow with like whatever liquids in there.
Pretty incredible invention.
So then it gets, and then once it's in the water, then it somehow the water makes it go back up, and then evaporative cooling makes it go back down. with the liquid. But eventually, from it being wet and dry all the time, it grew a slime. And then it stopped working because it wasn't absorbent enough.
You didn't clean it enough.
Yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to clean it or what, but I just like left it going and like you know, put the water in there for like maybe it was like going for months. I should get another one.
He got tired.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was saying it had like a disease or almost like kind of like cancery. But yeah, it grew a slime and then it stopped working.
Like, we haven't come up with a perpetual motion device yet that actually works, right? Humans haven't?
Yeah, I don't think that's they're gonna do that.
It may exist somewhere, but
I mean, we have the sun. It's not perpetual, but isn't that good enough? Like, why not? Why don't we need to go so many places anyway? We're doing too much. We should, instead of trying to get perpetual energy, we should just do less.
I agree with that.
I second that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna record a message to the future and then do the numbers.
Oh, cool. I just made it for the future. All right.
You made it to the future. Here it goes.
Hey, future, it's us the past.
What do you say? What do you say to the future?
I want to know what it's like.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a perpetual motion device yet.
Yeah, 4 years, maybe they'll have it.
It's our
And we look silly because we didn't think it could be done.
It's too hot. It's Mario and Ben and Tyler's on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hope
it's 80 degrees today.
I hope the precession of the species comes back by the time you watch this in the future.
Bye, future.
Bye.
Bye.
I have like a controversial opinion about that, which is that the night procession is better than the day procession anyway. It's smaller, but I think it's cooler because it's at night and like it lights up. So if they had to have only one or the other, I'm glad that they're doing this one.
And hopefully, since there's no actual procession happening tomorrow, maybe people wear their animal outfits tonight.
I hope so.
I still haven't found the book, Tyler.
That could be a luminary, right?
That's tonight. I still haven't found the book, so we're doing the numbers on cards. Because I didn't find the book. You want some numbers, Tyler?
Yeah, I'll take... Am I first?
Yeah.
Okay, I want 22, 38, 15, 9, and 20.
That's it. That's too many.
Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. Well, scratch 20 then.
Alright, I'm going to pick my numbers and we'll pass the card around. I'm picking 32, 67, 41, and 31. Yeah, so you get to pick 4 numbers between 1 and 90.
Between 1 and 90.
Yeah, 4 numbers between 1 and 90. You could, like, surface or...
Yeah.
You don't need a surface? Did you, have you been here for more than 4 years, Mari?
No, I just came here past September, so I'm new.
From the East Coast?
You just moved to Olympia?
Yeah, I did.
Welcome to
drove.
Washington.
Thank you. I drove here from Massachusetts, and that was really fun.
You drove your car?
Mhm.
Where'd you stop along the way?
We stopped in, oh gosh, lots of places. Michigan on the Upper Peninsula. We had a big detour and decided to go all the way through the state of Michigan.
Is that where you are, Tyler?
No, I live in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we went to Wisconsin. Yeah, we went through there. We went to like a cool iron sculpture exhibit in Wisconsin in the middle of some cornfields. Do you know about it?
No, I've never heard of it. Where was it at?
I don't know, but it was in Wisconsin. It was owned by an old guy who made iron sculptures out of old metal pieces.
Ready?
Tomorrow, my mom and my brother are coming. We're gonna go to the house on the rock.
Your brother with the mental health issues?
Yeah, I'm gonna see him for the first time since after the affect. Yeah, I'm
Tyler's
gonna see him
brother had a
tomorrow.
mental health crisis.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where is he
I
now?
haven't seen him since it.
He-
And my
he's not
mom and my brother are
institutionalized?
coming tomorrow.
Alright, here we go. Alright, here, pick 4 numbers out of there.
These aren't pills?
They're not pills. This one, the other ones are pills, but don't spill those, please.
Okay.
They're numbers. 4. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, what do we got?
Alright, number 1 is 67.
Oh,
Oh, somebody had
I
that.
got that.
Oh yeah.
Next one is 16.
Oh, not me. Okay.
I don't think anybody got that.
42.
Oh, I got 41 though.
And 73.
Nobody got 73.
I missed him.
Well,
Missed him this time. I
Yeah,
guess
but-
I'm not cursed.
Here's a little secret I don't tell people until after we do the numbers, is that if we pick the numbers, then we are probably cursed. So you just,
Oh boy.
So, but you're the only one then.
yeah, well, I'm the only one who could, I mean, I was only level like 1 into getting cursed, but I didn't get the rest of them, so
How many other people have been cursed this way?
nobody. It's very unlikely.
Have you been cursed before?
Not by this,
Oh.
but maybe,
This is the first time?
Not like this.
no, you have to get all 4 of them to get anything otherwise, anything other than all 4 is just, scarily close.
But the odds of that would be.
And I got 0 out of 4, so
Yeah, you're good.
I thought you were gonna tell me that you knew what numbers were in the bottle.
And World Fair.
It's 1 through 90. It's very unlikely that anybody will ever get cursed, but if it does happen, it's going to be kind of scary.
Well, didn't I just get cursed?
No, you have to. If you get them, you're cursed.
All
Oh.
4 numbers.
It's a secret, and I don't tell people until after you did it. And then it's like it's spiritual skydiving, I call it.
But the odds of that are like 1 in like
Miracle skydiving.
3,000 or something.
It's like
probably,
very
right?
low. It's like the
Miracle
lotto.
skydiving.
Yeah.
But it's like every time you do it, it's like skydiving, but safer.
But on the
Have you ever
couch.
Yeah, but on the couch with numbers and with the spirit.
Have you ever been skydiving?
No, I don't want to.
Do you, yeah, do you want to try it?
No, I haven't.
I don't
been on an airplane since the 90s. So
Yeah, I'm scared of flying too.
yeah.
I
just don't
kids at
think it's
preschool. It's like, would you like to
necessary.
be an astronaut? I
Huh?
don't think I'd.
Where are people going? We only got about 3 minutes left today. We should call
Oh, man.
Producer
All right.
before the show's over. Tomorrow we're going to be at the museum of the Thurston County Museum of Fine Arts, where we're going to be
cool.
art.
I didn't know that there was a
Oh,
Thurston
it's
County Museum
It's
of
down
Fine
the
Art.
street.
You're gonna not be in
Fine
the
art.
couch space.
We could go after this.
it
I can
new?
show you. It's new. It's brand new, actually.
How much art is there?
That's cool.
A good amount. All right, let's call Freddie before the show's over.
That's cool that you'll be there.
We're going to be there tomorrow as performance artists. That's what they said. They
This is
invited me to be.
Are you gonna be
I did Lego.
like are you gonna have people on like random people?
I don't really have a plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
No need.
yeah, it's gonna be whatever else put on there. And then it's called performance art, I guess.
You're not
No.
Is that the program from April 2015?
Hi. You've been
I
bet I'm on some of
I can't
those.
come to the phone right now, but if you
Yeah,
leave
it is. Yeah.
I'll get back to you as soon as.
I think 2015 was still the basement.
I think it was earlier than that. I think it was 23rd. No, we moved into here in 2015.
Do
Time
you know
is
what
weird.
month though?
Yeah.
No, but we were out of the basement for like a year at least. Time is weird. Do you think that it was still
Next
that was
Next Friday?
like we were in the basement like more than 10 years ago, like 11 years ago.
It's been a long time.
That was like 2012.
It was definitely
like pretty soon after just like before I moved there.
The
Yeah.
show started in 2010, and I think I was in the basement in
That's when I
12.
moved there, yeah.
12. I know it was in 13 and 14.
Maybe it was.
So yeah, maybe it was
Maybe it was early 14.
But you were here in 16.
We were here
What
in
does the clock say?
15, I think. Or 16, 16. The show's over.
Oh man.
You ready for before the show's over? You want to say before the credits?
I'm just really excited to be here.
Well, we're here. I'm here every day, and you can come back. Can you hand me that keyboard?
I will. I'm gonna shout at the window when I pass by, like
Yeah,
Ben did.
That's how you do it, yeah.
You can call. And here goes. All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for having me.
It's Friday. My pleasure. We're on TCTV channel 22, 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out. Yeah. YDHWM on YouTube. 360-836-4384. Call in, leave a message. You get on TV.
It's
With
really
a
fun.
long message.
Yeah, read the whole thing. 3 minutes. YDHWM.com. Check it out.
We'll max out and then call again like I did.
Yeah, Happy Friday. It's a good song. Thank you. TCTV, the baby, Joey Fabulous, Open Books, Boy Scout Video, South Florida, come. Rebecca, Mountain Boy, Northwest, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. Viewers that you are watching, thank you. Hey, John, where are you? Call me. Hell yeah, dog.
Hell yeah, dog.
Hell yeah, dog.
Bye.
Bye, Gene.